So I'm creating a task today for my class, and I need to really think about how I want them to access it. So the task in question, first of all, is this. I've got a little worksheet and I want them to each fill in how these characters acted. So it's questions and then it's a matrix for them to fill out. Relatively simple task. So I've created it as a worksheet already. So I'm going to call it behavior reflection. So I've created a task. I've given it a title, so will appear on the post. I'll add my file in from Google Drive. It's my most recently added, so it should be there straight away. I could go into anything else in my Google Drive that's ever been shared to me. So I'll have that one, villainous behavior. Put it in there. Now, by default, it says students can view the file. The closest equivalent is that's like giving them a laminated copy, or it's like giving them a textbook. So this will appear on their screen if they open it, and they won't be able to interact with it. It'll just be there, something they could look at. That's great if you've got written questions or you want them to have a close look at a picture or something like that, but they can't interact with it. They can't write on it. The next setting down is called students can edit file. Now, this one is incredibly useful, but can also be incredibly chaotic. What that means is I've got this copy of a file here, and when I click assign, now at the moment it's set to go to all students in the classroom. So everybody in the classroom will suddenly get access to this document. They will all be working on the same document at the same time. So someone in my class could start typing in this box and someone else could be typing in this, and they would see it appearing in their screens in real time. Now, this is amazing. The collaboration possibilities, however, it could also be chaotic if you've got 30 people working on 12, 14 boxes. The overlap could be amazing and just all learning could be lost. So if you're using this option, think very carefully about your task. Is it big enough to accommodate them all? Have you used different strategies to get them on the right page? There's a separate video about how to use that one and how to target people a little bit more effectively with that function as well. It is very, very exciting at first, but just be careful with it because you don't want to lose the learning. I think possibly the most useful one and the most appropriate for this task would be the make a copy for each student. Making a copy for each student means that everyone that you assign it to gets their own individual named copy. So as a student in the class, when this is hit assigned, it would be spread out between 30 of us, 40 of us, 50 of us, and we'd each get our own version. You wouldn't be able to see what other people were typing. You just have your own copy of it. Way to think of the distinction between the two of them. Copy for each student is like photocopying a worksheet for each child. Students can edit the file. It's like putting a large piece of paper down for them to work on in groups or even having up on the board as a whole class. Students can view file. That's like having it up on the board as a big prompt or in a textbook even. So they can't interact with it. They definitely can't write on it, but it's there for them to see. All of them have merit. All of them fit different circumstances. So think about your task, then think about how you want to share it with them for the best. Remember as well, and we'll look at this more later on, you can control who you're sharing with particularly. So you can have differentiation or groups done that way. So when you're ready, hit assign and it'll go live as both an assignment and it'll appear on your class stream.